Okay, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a closer look at that global sensation, Squid Game, and specifically one of its most mysterious figures, the front man, played by the incredibly talented Lee Bong Hun.
Yeah, and our deep dive today is, well, it's really about peeling back the layers on this really complex character, and we're doing it through the eyes of the actor himself. We found this fascinating interview Lee Bong Hun gave. It was with the Indian Express, specifically an entertainment video segment. It was called Lee Bong Hun on Squid Game's The Front Man. I think little goodness is left inside him.
Wow, yeah. That title alone,
Yeah.
that quote right there, little goodness is left inside him.
Yeah,
That really grabs you, doesn't it? It kind of shifts your whole view of the front man.
exactly.
So our mission really is to explore what Lee Bong Hun revealed about, his approach to playing this guy and also what the show's massive global success actually means to him.
Yeah.
So let's start right there with that quote, that striking revelation.
Okay. What's really fascinating, I think, is how Lee Byung Hun, in that interview, he doesn't just paint the front man as this, like, pure evil villain.
Mhm.
When he says, I think little goodness is left inside him, he's immediately adding layers. He's humanizing a figure we mostly just see as, cold, calculating, right?
Behind that mask.
Right, behind that mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that phrase, little goodness is left, it's not just a casual comment from an actor, is it? For a character like the front man, who's so stoic, so hidden, it completely changes him. He goes from just being the bad guy to, well, maybe someone fighting some kind of internal war.
Mhm.
It makes you rethink everything he does. Is his ruthlessness a choice? Or maybe it's something else, like
Yeah.
a surrender to despair, or maybe, I don't know, some backstory we haven't seen yet.
Right. For me, it suggests an actor who's portraying someone who knows the evil he's doing.
Yeah.
Maybe he's and hates it on some level, but feels, trapped.
Trapped. It hints that maybe his reasons aren't just pure malice. Could be some twisted sense of duty, perhaps, or a really messed up belief in what the games are supposed to achieve.
And that just shows the actor's craft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the front man. He rarely shows his face. So how do you even convey that? That internal conflict, that little goodness, when your main tool, your face, is covered up.
It's a huge challenge.
It really highlights how subtle Lee Byung Hun's performance must be. Maybe it's in the body language, the way he stands, or just the tone of his voice,
Exactly, the intonation.
hinting at something deeper under the surface. It's a massive creative challenge, bringing that kind of depth to a character in a mask, making them almost relatable, even though they're doing terrifying things.
Yeah, and when an actor talks about tackling that kind of challenge, it also makes you think about the bigger picture. Like, why Squid Game? Why did this show blow up globally, across cultures, languages, just become this phenomenon?
Yeah.
And Lee Byung Hun actually talked about that too, about how he felt seeing the show get this huge international love. He mentioned how the themes, the universal themes, really hit home for people everywhere, even though the setting is very specifically Korean.
That's powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
He didn't just talk about numbers, like viewership. He talked about the connection.
Mm-hmm.
And you think about those themes of debt, inequality, what people will do to survive. Those aren't just Korean issues. They're human issues, plain and simple.
Totally.
And his performance, the whole cast really, they brought those struggles to life in a way that just cut through language barriers. So audiences everywhere could kind of see themselves or their own societies reflected in those games. It was quite something.
He pretty much confirmed what a lot of us felt, I think, that the show's success wasn't only about the shock value or the spectacle.
Definitely more to it.
Yeah, it was about its power to hold up a mirror to real-world anxieties, the human condition itself. It just shows that when you have authentic storytelling and characters with depth, like the front man potentially has, it can cross any cultural divide. It just connects.
So what does all this mean for you listening? It's pretty fascinating how just one observation from an actor, like Lee Byung Hun's, can totally redefine a character like the front man. It shows how performers don't just, say the lines, they inhabit these roles.
Right.
They bring their own interpretation of humanity, even into the darkest characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it also makes you think, doesn't it? What is it that makes a story truly go global, achieve that kind of massive international appeal touching millions, maybe billions of people?
Yeah.
It really speaks to the power of great storytelling and, performances that have real nuance.
So just to sort of wrap up our deep dive here, Lee Bong Hun's interview gave us, I'd say, two main takeaways. First, his view on the front man. That nuanced portrayal suggesting a character who, yeah, despite everything he does, might still have that little goodness left.
Yep.
Which points to a complex internal struggle, making him way more interesting than just a standard villain.
Much more, yeah.
And second, his genuine appreciation for Squid Game's global reach, highlighting how those core themes resonated universally, proving that powerful stories really can connect all of us.
Right. And building on that, maybe here's something for you to think about after listening. Do truly compelling villains, the ones we remember, always have some hidden piece of humanity, that little fragment? Or is it maybe just us? Our desire as the audience to find that glimmer of good, is that what actually makes them so magnetic, so unforgettable? Something to chew on.